You know, every 10 minutes, someone new is added to the national transplant list. There's always a need for more organ donors across the United States, but the need in the black community is even greater. Only on News 5 tonight, the myths keeping many African Americans from becoming organ donors and one man's race to find a new heart. His life has counted on timing.
I've had open heart surgery 3 times.
Now, Carlton Slade sets his clock to hang on to a heartbeat. 20 years ago, he was ready to raise his right hand and join the Air Force.
I was actually at the podium about to be sworn in.
He didn't know his health was fading.
Over the past year and a half, I was functioning off of 8% heart function. I could hardly breathe.
Military doctors told Carlton he had congestive heart failure. No service for him. To survive, he'd stand in a long line of faint hearts. Donors don't come easy.
God told me that we were going to get to the transplant. Just hold on.
As he waited, he filled time with coaching kids football and prayer. But more trauma stacked up. There was heartbreak.
Myself and my wife, we decided to separate.
Along the way, he'd heard why some are slow to share organs, especially folks who look like him.
You hear stories about people selling organs on the black market.
Carlton mentioned the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. Doctors conducted a 40-year study on hundreds of African-American men, told them they were being treated. Instead, they were intentionally infected.
A lot of it is miseducation or misunderstanding about the organ donation process.
Dr. Charles Maudlin is a surgeon at Cleveland Clinic. He understands concerns. He specializes in kidney transplants. He also works to educate and cure mistrust.
The doctors will let you perish just to take your organs. That's a complete myth.
He says donors don't have to be of the same ethnic background, but it helps.
The more closely and genetically matched the donor and the recipient are, the lower the incidence of rejection.
Carlton's last stint in the hospital lasted 50 days. As long as he had a pulse, he had a prayer.
They said they got you a heart.
Just in time. The once would-be airman had just fought the biggest attack on his heart.
I feel amazing.
And won.